A common question we field is, what size water main should I have? Or is the water main I have now adequate for the type of home I have? There's many different variables that go into answering this question. So first, we would need to gather some information from you so we could better assess the situation and give you our professional advice. So first we would ask, how is your water pressure right now? Is it okay? Could it be better, or is it just terrible? In some situations, maybe your water pressure is okay, but if you're running a shower and someone flushes the toilet, it basically goes to nothing. Or if you're using a sink and someone flushes the toilet, or a couple sinks are going at the same time, you see that it drops a little bit, and at a convenience, maybe you would want it to be a little stronger. Are you planning a renovation? If so, are you adding any bathrooms? Are you adding a kitchen or a wet bar or an extra utility sink? Maybe you're adding an extra washing machine or having 2 dishwashers. These are all important facts we would need to know so we could better advise you on what size water main you should have. And lastly, maybe you're in the market to buy a new home where you don't really fully understand what the water pressure is in that home. We would be able to help you by simply taking a fixture count and running a calculation so we could give you advice on what size you should have. Here we have a lead water main. You can tell by the coloration of it, it's a soft metal. We could easily determine if you have a lead water service or not. You can see down the pipe here, this example in particular, it doesn't show that there's buildup in this pipe, but lead is known for building up mineral deposits. It just really depends on how hard or soft your water is in the area. Here is a 1-inch copper pipe. Copper will always run clean. No buildups or deposits will go into it. Here's an 1.25 inch copper pipe. You can see the difference in size. A lot more volume of water will travel to your home as you increase. This is an old tap. It's undersized and it's illegal in New York City. It's an old driven tap. If we find this, you must replace it and install a new tap connection on the city main. You can see that it doesn't screw and it's driven into the city main. This is a 1-inch tap. This is what a standard tap looks like. The most common size would be 3/4 inch in the area when installing a new tap on a regular domestic water service. But you would find a 1-inch tap on an 1.25 inch water main or an 1.5 inch water main. See, this is the side it screws into the city main. That's how you open and close it, and this is how we connect it to your water main. After we have an understanding of what the scenario is, we will then need to determine what type of water main you have. What do I mean by that? Is your main a lead water main or a copper water main? If it's a lead water main, you'll see that it's grayish in color, it's soft. We could determine if it's lead by simply looking at it on a site visit, or if it's a copper water main. Again, we could easily determine what type of water main you have when we make a site visit. Now, if you have a lead water main, potentially what happens with lead is that minerals and deposits build up inside the pipe. So what happens is, as your pipe gets older and older, the inner diameter of that lead water main is actually running smaller than what it's supposed to be. Meaning that if you have a 3/4 inch lead water main, you may have spots on that water main where it's running 1/2 inch. That'll significantly reduce your water pressure. So in some cases, it might just be the fixture count, everything adds up. Maybe you just need to upgrade from a lead water main to a copper water main. Now, a copper water main will always run clean. It'll always run the full inner diameter of the pipe. No deposits or minerals build up and gunk up your line. It'll always run clean. This is why copper is used as your water mains. Well, one of the main reasons why, I should say. The next fact is we're gonna have to determine what size tap you have. Now, what is your tap? Your tap is the fitting that connects your water main to the city main. This is the main ingredient to getting good pressure. If you have an undersized tap, you will not have full pressure that your pipe will allow. Some taps, like this tap here, this is an old tap. It's undersized, it's illegal in New York City. If we find a tap that is undersized like this, we would have no choice but to upgrade it and install a new tap that meets the code requirements. Let's run through a few different scenarios so you can better understand the process of determining what size water main you should have. For example, let's say the calculation determines that you need to have a 3/4 inch tap connection on the city main and a 1 inch water main service feeding your home. We went to DEP and we found a tap card that shows that you have an existing 3/4 inch tap connection on the city main. So right away, we know you're good there. When we make a site visit, we find that you have an existing 3/4 inch lead water service. So right away we know, A, it's not good that you have a lead water main because, as I said before, it's probably even running smaller than 3/4 inch. And B, you're undersized. The calculation says you need to have a 1 inch water service. So at that point, we would provide a proposal to increase your water main to 1 inch. We would install a 1 inch copper water main to your existing 3/4 inch tap. And lastly, let's say we run a calculation and it says you need a 1 inch tap and an 1.5 inch water service. But existing, you have a 3/4 inch tap and you have a 1 inch water service. You are severely undersized at this point. In this scenario, you would have really no choice. If you wanted to have good pressure, you would have to plug and kill, remove that existing 3/4 inch tap. We would install a new 1 inch tap on the city main, remove your old piping, and install an 1.5 inch main to the new tap. Whatever your scenario is, or if you have any questions whatsoever, we're always happy to give you a free evaluation. Please feel free to give us a call. Hope this video helped. Have a good day.